If you've ever wondered how AI can make your daily life smoother, this channel is for you.
What if creating a product advertisement didn't require 5 different tools, multiple subscriptions, and hours of editing? Imagine uploading your product, selecting a creative direction, choosing a character, and having an AI agent help build an entire video campaign from concept to final cut. That's what caught my attention about OpenCreator, because unlike many AI tools that focus on generating individual assets, OpenCreator is trying to manage the entire creative workflow in one place. So I spent some time testing it to see how it actually works, and there are a few features that stood out immediately. If you've ever created content for a product online, you know how many moving pieces are involved. First, you need an idea, then a script, then visuals, then video clips, then editing, then captions, then music, then revisions. Most people aren't struggling because they lack creativity. They're struggling because the workflow itself is fragmented. You end up spending more time moving between tools than actually creating. For small businesses, creators, and e-commerce brands, that can become a serious bottleneck. This is exactly the problem OpenCreator is trying to solve. One thing I noticed immediately is that OpenCreator isn't built around prompting. Instead, it's built around conversation. You describe what you want in natural language, upload references if needed, choose your creative direction, and the agent starts helping you build the project step by step. Rather than generating random assets and leaving you to figure out the rest, it guides the entire production process. Script, characters, props, environments, storyboards, videos, final edit, all connected inside a single workflow. One of the most interesting parts of my testing was the viral hook library. If you've ever stared at a blank screen wondering how to start a video, you'll probably appreciate this feature. Instead of building from scratch, OpenCreator gives you access to different hook styles and creative formats that can be used as a starting point for your project. I spent time exploring several categories, including cinematic hooks and other viral-style opening structures designed for social content. What I like is that you're not simply copying an idea, you're using proven creative frameworks and adapting them to your own product and message. For example, if you're promoting a skincare product, a coffee brand, or a tech gadget, you can select a hook style and let the agent build the concept around that direction. It makes the ideation process much faster, especially for people who don't come from a marketing background. Before generating anything, OpenCreator gives you several ways to customize the project. You can choose different aspect ratios depending on where the content will be published. Landscape for YouTube, portrait for short-form content, or square formats for other platforms. You can also choose the overall content type, including social media videos, product showcases, brand films, and more open-ended creative projects. Video length, generation models, and additional production settings can also be adjusted before the project begins. This is important because it gives you control over the final output while still keeping the workflow beginner-friendly. Another feature I wanted to test was the avatar system. OpenCreator allows you to either upload your own character references or choose from its built-in avatar library. This can be especially useful for brands creating UGC-style content, character-driven advertisements, or product storytelling videos. The platform includes a variety of character options, making it easier to build content around a consistent visual identity. For creators who don't have access to actors, models, or production teams, having a ready-to-use character library can save a lot of time. One issue I've experienced with many AI video tools is consistency. A character looks one way in scene 1, then completely different in scene 2. The same thing can happen with products, props, and environments. OpenCreator focuses heavily on solving this problem through what it calls core asset locking. Characters can remain consistent, products can remain consistent, environments can remain consistent. During testing, it was clear that maintaining visual continuity is a major part of the platform's design philosophy. And that's important because consistency is what helps content feel like a real commercial rather than a collection of unrelated AI clips. The workflow itself is surprisingly structured. After defining the concept, OpenCreator moves through multiple stages. First comes the script, then character generation, then environments and props, then storyboard images, then storyboard videos, and finally the edited video. What's interesting is that you can review and adjust each stage before moving forward. If something doesn't look right, you can provide feedback, make changes, and continue refining the project. That level of control makes the experience feel more collaborative than fully automated. Let's imagine you're launching a premium coffee product. Normally, you'd need creative planning, production, editing, and multiple tools just to get started. Inside OpenCreator, you could upload the product image, select a cinematic hook from the viral hook library, choose a character from the avatar system, define the audience, and describe the story you want to tell. The agent then helps build the script, generate visual assets, create storyboards, and assemble video scenes around that concept. The goal isn't to remove creativity. The goal is to reduce the amount of repetitive production work standing between an idea and a finished video. After spending time testing OpenCreator, I think the biggest takeaway is that it's trying to simplify an incredibly complicated process. Instead of forcing creators to manage multiple disconnected tools, it brings planning, asset generation, storyboarding, video creation, and editing into a single workflow. The viral hook library helps with ideation. The avatar library helps with character creation. The asset locking system helps maintain consistency. And the guided workflow helps move projects from concept to final delivery. Will it replace every part of traditional production? Probably not. But for creators, marketers, e-commerce brands, and small businesses looking to create content more efficiently, it's definitely an interesting platform to explore. If you've been experimenting with AI content creation, I'd love to hear what type of product you'd create using OpenCreator. Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoy discovering new AI tools and creative workflows, make sure to subscribe for more reviews like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.